today, from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
2 yards.
The numbers on the ground for Jones last week. 17 carries, 87 yards, and a touchdown.
And while he may not verbalize it, in his mind, going up against this defense, one of the worst rush defenses in the league, he's thinking 200-plus in this game.
Good for an L.A. Rams. First and 10 at the 41.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Handoff to Aaron Jones.
6 yards on that last play. Here's second and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
4-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. Letting one go deep here for Gronk. Throw across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarquiski Tartt. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. Leading them out, their second-year quarterback from Ohio State at 23 years of age. It's Dwayne Haskins.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
The tight end, David Njoku, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. To throw again, Haskins, and he'll have a Jets first down as he gets it up past the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Again, the ball carrier.
In a word, I would say productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
What do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoop full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded in the end zone. And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get Stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
And now this pass brought in by Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
7.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. Back to Taylor on 1st down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Now Taylor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And he's got the 1st before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there and stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Chris Boswell on.
These 2 teams all tied after 1.
End of the 1st quarter with the score tied 7-7. Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect. Touchdown, Rob Gronkowski hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Rams add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time, and that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may get bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
He was brought down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Now it's the backup, Herbert. Steps away to his left. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Herbert. He will find the rookie from LSU. That's Justin Jefferson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him.
Jefferson.
That one goes for 30 yards.
And the Jets first down.
Taylor. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
That is caught inside the 5. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
L.A. readies for its next possession. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Incomplete. He was defended by Julian Blackman.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now finally got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
We call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put...
And that's caught inside the 35. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 33 yards that time.
A gain of 30.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Herbert off of play action. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The sack there by Brandon Graham coming in and bringing him down to the ground. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. The give to Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor.
9 yards on the pickup that time, so he got more than half of it back, but it's still a 3rd and 8.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Touchdown.
David Njoku, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to retake the lead. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
That could be an important swing right there. A touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Aaron Rodgers, he's getting ready to go again here on offense. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learned that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Tanner Muse, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. To try again after the sack. Rodgers, left side completion to Jones. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This time they stay on the ground. First down and much more here for Jones. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. It's complete. He's got Gronk. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
11 more yards.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go.
Boswell set to kick off.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And you know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Going to throw on third down with Herbert.
Got his connection complete to Ruggs.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down, Jets.
Out of the gun, Herbert. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
They give to Taylor out of the gun.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
To throw on third down, Herbert. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
Brings up.
And they are going for it. Herbert now. And his This is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass.
To throw, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Taylor Muse in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And that's the kind of stand all defenses are seeking. 3rd and goal, backs against the wall, and they get a monster sack, and now they're going to force him into a field goal. For them, that's a win.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within a point.
The score, Jets 21, Rams 20.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got an open man. It's Ruggs. And he'll go out of bounds. It looks like right at the 40. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there.
Brings up 2nd and
they run with Taylor. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a 1st down at the Rams' 23. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports.
This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. And did he get in? Yes, they say it's a touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
As the Rams offense comes back out, here is the NFC playoff picture coming into the weekend. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Tanner Muse, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Tanner Muse, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness that defensive line is eating them alive.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kevin Pierre-Louis. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll look to run with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the Rams' 3-yard line.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he's going to take it in for the Jets. Touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Tanner Muse in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Rodgers pass. Thrown away and incomplete. Sets up 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rodgers now on 1st down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones.
Rodgers pass.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And he finds Gronk. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
Just short of.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's caught. Jones. Touchdown, LA. Julio Jones. With touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
On for the point after.
Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call.
Receiving team.
Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Taylor. He finds an opening past the 30. As they finally wrangle him in at the 48. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Now Herbert off the bootleg. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Kevin Pierre-Louis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up on Jason McCourty. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the 1st down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Intended for Julio Jones. Incomplete.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Rodgers. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Jets, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on